You opened this door because you remembered the correct combination for once. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You've just crossed over into the Mobius zone.
Hi there, this is Aaron at Mobius Science Center. Today we're going to be talking about the science of sound with our homemade Rubens Tube.
Not a Rubik's Cube.
The Rubens Tube is a physics apparatus that was actually invented all the way back in 1905 by Heinrich Rubens. It's also known as a standing wave generator, which isn't all that exciting until you remember we set this on fire. Propane from the tank travels up the hose into the end of the Rubens Tube. Now, along the length of the top of the Rubens Tube, we've drilled about 100 tiny holes. This allows the propane to escape out the top, and this is what we light. The other end of the tube has a flexible membrane on it, which is attached to a speaker, and the speaker itself is attached to a computer. Music is played from the computer into the speaker, and the speaker's movements will actually change the pressure through that flexible membrane, and that change in pressure will be reflected by the flames that are coming out of the top of the Rubens tube. The electrical signals from the computer are translated into vibrations by the speaker, which travel through the air and then cause the membrane to move. The moving membrane then changes the pressure inside the tube, which is then reflected by the height of the flames. Observe. When we play a pure tone through the speakers, in this case 440 Hertz, you can see the pattern that forms on the Rubens tube. The changes in pressure inside the tube are reflected in the wave form. The distance between one high point of one wave and one high point of the other roughly equates the wavelength. Of course, music is not a single sound wave. It's many sound waves happening simultaneously. So when we play music through the Rubens tube, instead of seeing a single sound wave, you actually see the pattern of waves as they interact with each other. In this case, techno music creates a very good difference between the low end, mid-range, and the treble. As this song cycles through, you'll see the patterns change as different instruments and sounds are used. All sound waves are a pattern of energy moving through a medium. In this case, the medium is the flammable gas inside the tube. Every genre of music will actually have different patterns depending on how the energy is moving. But in any case, some of the best patterns are formed with purely digital music using very pure sound waves. Video game music is an excellent example. certain genres of music don't reflect as cleanly in the waveform of the Rubens Tube due to many overlapping and competing sound waves. Although even with something like metal, you can still clearly make out the patterns of energy formed through the bass and the drums. So that's the Rubens Tube demonstration and a little bit about the science of sound. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I want to invite everyone to come watch our next episode where we explore the science of trousers. See, Don, I told you we could do this experiment without anybody getting hurt.